Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of Digital Fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn, and today we're back at it with another standard deck tech straight out of Tarkir Dragonstorm Early Access. We wanted to hit the ground running and use Ugin as soon as possible, so we did just that. This one's called CYCLONE CELLAR, and we're using Ugin with Innkeeper's talent so that we have the potential to level it up to level 3, drop an Ugin, and immediately storm off with his ultimate right out of the gate. In addition to that, we're using a lot of colorless, a lot of ramp, and a lot of defensive measures to make sure we can survive long enough to just get to the Ugin. And I think the deck's kinda nuts. It's technically mono green, but I think it's closer to mono colorless, and I wasn't sure if a deck like that would be possible in the current standard until I actually sat down and put this together, and it absolutely did everything I thought it would do. We had some ridiculously insane games, and it just confirms even more to me that Ugin is absolutely nuts and here to stay. Now, before we dig into the deck, please like the video. It helps me get it out to so many more people. Make sure you subscribe because I have a ton of crazy decks coming from early access, and we're going to hit the ground running as soon as the set launches on Arena as well, and just keep them coming. So subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, I'd like to point out that I was getting pretty sick throughout the filming of all of this gameplay. I did a 24-hour stream during early access, and all of the games were captured during that, and I was getting sick. So if you notice my voice is a little off today, maybe even a little more off in some of the gameplay video because I'm starting to recover right now, that's why. But all of that out of the way, I think it was still worth it to put this deck out to you guys. I think it's absolutely nuts. I can't wait for this set to drop. And also be sure to catch me live Monday through Friday on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/QuarantineCapricorn. Because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming. Let's break down the deck. So this is CYCLONE CELLAR, and the idea here is we're going mono green, but it's not very much green at all, mostly colorless artifacts, because we're trying to utilize the brand new Ugin Eye of the Storm. 7 mana for a legendary planeswalker, starts with 7 loyalty. When you cast it, you get to exile a target permanent that's 1 or more colors, so it's got built-in removal on cast. And then also has a static ability whenever you cast any colorless spell after Ugin's on the battlefield, you exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. So already kinda nuts before you even get to its loyalty abilities. It's also got a +2 loyalty ability to gain 3 life, draw a card, a 0 loyalty ability to gain 3 colorless mana, or a -11 loyalty ability which lets you search for any number of colorless non-land cards, exile them, and until end of turn you may cast those cards without paying their mana costs. And remember, because of Ugin's static ability, that means whenever we cast one of those for free, we get to also exile something of our opponents, which is kind of insane. I've been feeling a bit under the weather throughout all of the early access events, so I apologize if my voice is a little wonky. But what we're trying to center on is getting to a point where we can ultimate Ugin and just win by casting almost every card in our deck. And if we can do that, we can cast Karn Living Legacy and use his -7 to create an emblem that makes it so that we can tap every single artifact we control to ping for a damage. So if we're able to cast them all for free, every single one from our deck, then we can just tap them all to ping and kill our opponent. That's the idea. But you ask, how do we make sure we can get to the ultimate on both Ugin and Karn Living Legacy? Well, we're pairing them with Innkeeper's talent, which is one of the reasons why we're going green. If we can get this thing down, pump it up to level 3, it doubles all counters that are put on a permanent or player. And when that happens, Ugin comes in with 14 loyalty counters right off the bat, can ultimate right away. We can find all 3 other copies of Ugin, which can generate us mana, draw more cards, whatever we want to do with them, exile more things as we play them. But more importantly, we can also find Karn, play Karn for free. It comes in with double loyalty as well, which would be 8, and we can immediately -7 and ultimate to Karn. So if we could just get Innkeeper's talent out early, get it leveled up to level 3, and then ramp up to an Ugin play the Ugin, we should be able to just win on the spot. But what's cool about this deck is it has a lot of versatility and control elements built in, so even if we don't combo off and get the dream that we're looking for, we can still leverage Ugin over a few different turns to deal with our opponent's board state, get him up to, 11 organically, and then still maybe do the thing, which can also be pretty nuts. So, in order to get there, in order to ramp up, we're playing 4 copies of Llanowar Elves for turn 1. On 2, we've got 4 copies of Pit Automaton. Even though you can't use this mana to cast the Ugin, or really to cast anything from your hand, you can use it for activated abilities, and there are a ton of activated abilities in this deck that we can utilize with Pit Automaton. Also, the 4 toughness just makes it a really good way to protect against aggro in the early game. And remember, even though it doesn't seem like it does anything that we want in the late game, just playing it when we have an Ugin out is going to let us exile anything we want, as well as be another artifact that we can tap to ping for a damage if we have Karn's emblem from his ultimate. So Pit Automaton's already pretty good. For example, we can use the mana to help level up the Innkeeper's talent so that we can use our actual mana to keep playing things, which is really nice. We can also use the mana from Pit Automaton on our Mazemind Tome. Instead of just tapping it to scry, we can tap it with the 2 mana from a Pit Automaton to actually draw a card, draw deeper, make sure we're playing our lands and our mana rocks and stuff like that, make sure we're drawing into our Ugin so that we can get it out as quick as possible and win the game. We also have 1 copy of the Irencrag on 2, because if we can get it out early, it is more ramp into everything that we want to do, and if we play it later, it can be removal after an Ugin's on the battlefield. The 3-drop slot is the key here, especially since we're going to have Llanowar Elves on 1. A lot of times we can skip our 2-drop and go straight to our 3-drop. We've got 4 copies of Thran Spider because it gives us a Power Stone token, as well as giving us 2 artifacts, both the Power Stone token and the Thran Spider itself, which is really nice. But it also gives us another mana sink that we can use with Pit Automaton so that we can find some of the gas that we need, which is really awesome. In addition, we have 4 copies of Burnished Hart. A lot of times we can play the Burnished Hart and then block with it and sacrifice it using mana from the Pit Automaton to find 2 more lands, 2 more forests, and ramp us to where we need to be so that we can play our Ugin that much quicker. In the 4-drop slot, we've got 4 Solemn Simulacrums, because this is going to come out and ramp us even more like we want to, be another good chump blocker, and I think that's what's good about a lot of the card selection in this deck is everything is multifunctional. A lot of these creatures are really good blockers while also ramping us, while also being things we can fetch later on in the game after an Ugin to act as more removal spells, which is awesome. And when we do chump block something with the Solemn Simulacrum and it dies, we get to draw an extra card and dig even closer to our Ugin. We also have the 1 Karn in the 4-drop slot, and then 1 other card at the top end in addition to the 4 Ugins is Portal to Phyrexia. In the right circumstance, we can just play this out. We can ramp this out instead of an Ugin, get rid of a key board state problem if they've gone wide on their board, and then also start to just take their creatures, or maybe even bring back our own if we can sack our Burnished Hart every turn and keep getting it back, or just keep getting back our Solemn Simulacrum after it blocks, things like that. We could do some pretty cool stuff. So 1 Portal to Phyrexia as sort of a tool board, sort of like a toolbox kind of thing that we can either draw into almost like it's a 5th copy of Ugin, or just search up with an Ugin later on in the game. And that's pretty much the deck. We do also have 4 Marketback Walkers, which are really good because they also serve as chump blockers early for aggro that can then, draw us cards when they do die, and again double as removal after we have Ugin out, which is awesome. And it also has an activated ability to put a counter on it for 4 mana, and that's another thing that we can utilize the mana from Pit Automaton for, even if it's just to put another counter on it as it's going to die, just so we can draw another card. Sometimes that's worth it. And another thing that's really cool about this deck is since we're very light on colored spells, we only have to run really like half of our mana base as green forests. We've got 13. And so we get to run some really interesting colorless lands as utility. 3 blast zones, and with all the mana that we ramp up with, it's really easy to just get this to however many counters we need to and kind of use it as a sweeper. We've also got Crawling Barrens. We can start to buff this up with counters even without turning it into a creature. And then once we get the Innkeeper's Talent leveled up, we could start putting even more counters on this thing, and it could be a game-ending threat in and of its own right. 2 Fomori Vault, because we go so wide with artifacts a lot of the time, we just discard a card to find our Ugin or whatever we might need, which is awesome. And then 2 copies of Fountainport, because we do have a number of ways of making tokens. We could sacrifice them to the Fountainport to draw, or we could just make 1/1 chump blockers with this pretty much all day. Or if we really wanted to, we could make treasure tokens just to keep them on the battlefield and eventually use them as a way to ping when we get Karn's ultimate off. So I think the deck is really cool. Excuse me. I do think there's a lot of different types of decks you can build with Ugin. So there are going to be some more Ugin builds that we pursue in the future. But I wanted to start off with just kind of like the most obvious focused deck, trying to get as much value off of the fact that Ugin wants to be played with colorless stuff, like right out of the gate. Just see how crazy it can be with this kind of build going super deep on Ugin. But like I said, there are some crazy builds that you've yet to see that I've already seen on the ladder, and some ideas that I've had that I haven't seen on the ladder that we're going to be doing in the future with Ugin. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, but for now, let's check out the games. Alright, we're going to try and keep this. Start with a forest. Blast Zone Irencrag. Pass a turn. If we need a defender, we play Thran Spider. If we draw a land, we play Marketback Walker or Solemn Simulacrum. If we don't need a defender, we play Burnished Hart. I think it's probably Solemn Simulacrum if we get a land. Okay, we don't need a defender. So Burnished Hart is coming out to play. Pass the turn. Alright, kill the thing. You kill the thing. What else? What now? Whoa, this card's glitched out, huh? It's missing its omen? It's just a hole in the card. Good lord. I think we'll Llanowar Elves. Mazemind Tome. Go ahead, use up more removal. I think this is just a Rakdos control deck. I think the Scavenger region is meant for the Omen more so than the creature. Magmatic Hellkite, destroy my Blast Zone? That's fine. I don't need it. Alright. We will scry. We need the land, so we'll keep it. Stupid stun counter. I think we Burnished Hart. I think we Burnished Hart. I think this is CGB. Yeah, get rid of my Burnished. We're trying, man. We're trying. It's not making it easy. That's for sure. Too late for Llanowar Elves. But he is running out of gas. Monogreen Ugin! We'll get some life back from the Mazemind Tome. We're close, man. We just need 2 more mana for Ugin. We don't have the Innkeeper's talent out, though, which is kind of a bummer. Feral Deathgorger. So now he can flip his Tark here. Not bad. Not bad. Not even sure what this omen does because I can't read it. Could somebody look up Twin Maw Stormbrood and let me know what the omen does? I think it's the 5 damage thing. We got 6 mana. 6. There's my 7th land. If we put down the Thran Spider, he just burns it, but I guess that's better than the burn coming at my face, right? So I guess we just do it. So we can play Ugin next turn. Kill the Thundermaw. Go up to 9 loyalty. I don't know if this can hit Planeswalkers. Can someone look up the omen on Twin Maw and let me know if it can hit Planeswalkers?
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
A thing without flying. Is that thing just a creature? Okay. Oh, you pulled it up. Okay. So we can Ugin, exile the Thundermaw. Oh, does he have lethal? No, that's only... Yeah, but unfortunately he can kill us with the Hellkite next turn, right? Actually, no, we can cast Marketback Walker for 0.
One step in the strap. I see no threat that I cannot manage.
A 0 Marketback Walker just to exile. And then we'll swing. Well, Ugin's there. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Can we get it? We're at 5. He's got card advantage with Quarry Mountain. He could sack Maelstrom to find a dragon. But then he's only got 3 mana left over when he does. Tricky. Discard a card. Pit Automaton. Is it even worth it to portal? I think I'd rather just Pit Automaton and take out the Sonic Shrieker that way.
Open your mind to possibility. I am the master of this world.
Swing 2.
My resources.
End turn. We're at 11, baby. We combo off for the win next turn. Maybe I shouldn't have swung with the Simulacrum, just in case. Discard draw. Dumps a Maelstrom. Is he gonna hit the Ugin? Okay.
I will not die here again. Insight is
We have 10.
to success.
Not quite enough. Oh, he's just gonna scoop. Okay. We had a lot we could do, and we really needed to think it through when we're up against such a high caliber player. But he just didn't have it, I guess. I really like this guy. I like his content. Now we need to beat him so that he knows we're alive. I'll keep 7. We're going to start with our little orphan Annie. Little Miss Lanny. If he doesn't kill it, we can pop out a Burnished Hart next turn. Or do we want to play another Lanny and a Mazemind Tome? I think that's what we want to do. Or do we want to play the Marketback Walker? Now, Marketback can come down for more mana later on. Let's do it like this. Whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. Whenever you attack, put a counter on target attacking creature. Gains menace. Interesting. Let's scry. We'll keep the Blast Zone. We've got 5 mana. I think we want to go Burnished Hart. Pass a turn. We'll draw a card off of Mazemind Tome. My boy Swayze. Rocking the Abzan. Love it. Extra counters on all his dudes. Alright, we're gonna draw. We've got lands. We've got lands. Let's see, we got 6 mana. I think we Solemn Simulacrum. And then we hold up to draw again. Because why not? Pass the turn. We can block the 3/3 pretty easily. Another Hollow Siege. Dang. He named the other one this time. Well, I don't even know if we're going to need the Burnished Hart to ramp us, to be honest. I think I'd rather trade with it. And just draw a card off the Solemn Simulacrum dying. Sinkhole Surveyor. So we got 8 mana. Next turn we can portal. This turn, I guess we'll just do this. That seems fine. Too bad we haven't been able to play Ugin or any new cards. Botanical Brawler. We really want Ugin. If we play a game and we played no new cards, that just feels bad. Probably gonna hit the Marketback Walker here. Yeah, that makes sense. It's gonna be pretty upset though. Thank goodness we can do the portal now. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's fine. That'll come down next. Portal. Goodbye, Marketback Walker. I hardly knew you. We can get back some value from him. I think we want the Solemn Simulacrum though. Fomori Vault, Innkeeper's Talent, level, play you, swing 3. That seems fine. We're getting there. Hollowmerk Siege. Sylvan Scavenging. What do we want? I guess we want the Sinkhole Surveyor, huh? Jeez Louise. Let's do this. We only get to look at the top 3, but we should be able to find something. Hey, there we go. Let's get rid of the Sylvan Scavenging. Minus 11.
Fools have so absolute understanding. Use absolute control.
We'll just grab everything. Just grab the whole deck. Actually, we don't need the Marketback Walkers, do we? We won't be able to play those.
I grant you preparation. Keep one step in the strap. My timeless wisdom guides your hand. Spend this time wisely.
Get out of here.
I am the master of this.
Get the emblem.
And I intend to finish it finally.
Get out of here.
Fight, Phyrexia.
Now we just play everything.
Mine.
Submit 0.
Power of Eon. My resources are yours.
Submit 0. Sure.
Fate
Should probably leave some cards in our deck, huh?
water.
Submit 0.
I grant you a boon.
Submit 0.
I am the master of
Submit
this
0. Submit 0.
mine. I am the master of this world.
Yeah, we tap them all down with the emblem. We ping them out to death. He saw it coming. Alright, we're going to keep this. We're up against Ashlizzle. We'll turn 1 Llanowar Elves. And I'm not really sure what we want to do turn 2. If we need to defend, we'll probably play Pit Automaton. And if we don't, probably Mazemind Tome. Yeah. We'll Tome. We'll Scry. We can start paying for the Mazemind Tome with the Pit Automaton, which is nice. Carrot cake. I guess we'll keep that. I guess we'll keep that. Alright, find a forest. Pass turn. 6 mana next turn. We're very close to Ugin here. But we need an Innkeeper's Talent if we want to be able to ultimate him right away. Let's scry. Get rid of the land. There's the Ugin. 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 Ashlizzle does not want to play tonight. Play another one. Pass turn. We have all things that are good. Like Ugins. Ugin the Ugin. Ugin. I like mispronouncing it. It's fun. Beza. Draw. There's the Innkeeper's Talent. We can still draw off the Mazemind Tome. Oh! painful. Sorry, Ugin. But at least we don't lose our Ugin to the Get Lost. At least there's that. At least there is that. Alright, give me some more. You got a Marketback Walker. 5, 6, 7. We can Marketback Walker for 0 just to kill something after we Ugin. If we wanted to. 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 1 more mana if we wanted to keep the Marketback Walker. Unless we could do this. Let's get rid of you.
Preparation.
Make mana.
If my interventions, I know many arcades.
Play the Marketback Walker. Get rid of the Carrot Cake.
I am the master of this world.
Another Ugin. Let's go, baby. Elspeth, sure. Everything's got flying. But only for 1 turn.
This world has become unbalanced. There is clarity at the center of everything. Open your mind to possibility.
End the turn. So we can spit out a token with the Fountainport if we want to. Chandra Spark Hunter.
When this race is over, you're all gonna be toast.
Okay. Resolve that.
To triumph.
Oh, you lucky. You're so lucky. You are so lucky.
To stay in light.
Keep up the pace.
So lucky. Oh my god. We got another one? We got another one. Are you kidding me?
Pull up.
Our goals align.
This is bananas. This is absolute banana hammocks. Do we want a Fountainport? Probably. Probably. Oh god. She's getting insanely lucky. I can't believe it. When she needs the removal, she top decks the removal. When she needs the value, she finds the value. Although it doesn't look like she was able to find enough. It will be next turn when she can level it up the whole way. Really? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? How lucky is this girl? This is crazy! I cannot believe it. She's literally the top deck queen. The queen of all the top decks. Take that however you want. I guess we'll get a counter on this. Dude. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
A tool is a weapon, but the Thran still have secrets to uncover.
Now she levels up and we get absolutely bodied. No, she didn't. Well, I guess she still could. She's not going to. I think she wants to be able to level them both up in the same turn and swing with +4/+4. She'd rather get the card advantage right now and try to find things to play. That makes sense, I guess. That makes sense. I just can't believe how lucky she is. I think we need the fish this time. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So if we wanted to find Ugin, we could go 7, 9, 10, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17. So we're gonna go 10.
We must conceal our plans.
We'll go 8 in case we hit the other stuff. There's the Ugin. Oh, it didn't use the mana from the Pit Automatons. Crap. Well, it is what it is, right? +4/+4 means she's gonna have 5 5s and 6 6s. Five 5s and 6 6s. Alright. No attacks. We got a bunch of blockers. We'll draw a bunch of cards. We got a bunch of life. She's drawing through her deck like crazy. I still can't believe she top decked insane things 3 turns in a row. That was just bananas. Oh, she's not doubling. Interesting. Oh, she's getting flying. Oh, I totally didn't see that coming. Damn, man. Yeah, that was really, really, really dumb. She just top-decked the perfect card literally 4 times in a row. I don't know how I feel about this hand, but we're going to try it. Fountainport, Blast Zone, Pit Automaton. I guess Forest instead. Everything is fine. Play out the Thran Spider. We could activate the Thran Spider next turn if we really wanted to. Which seems kind of crazy. Give me those power stones, baby. Show me your Outcaster Trailblazer. 𝑠IG. Oh god. I do like Outcaster Trailblazer with 𝑠IG. That's pretty wild. 7 mana. We need to find stuff. We need to find stuff. Yo. Guess we'll do this. This. And, this. And, this. And Bobo is grumping like crazy in the background. Well, we've got enough mana to play Ugin, if we can find him. Rakshasa, sure. Oh, and then it goes to the yard and you get the renew ability. That's actually really smart. I like that. I like that a lot. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could probably dig 7 cards with Karn. Find Ugin. Or we could wait and uptick and wait. We can make it so that like everything can't block. I don't love that. I don't love that. Draw a card. Another Thran Spider. Get that out there. Get another Power Stone token. Uptick. Get another Power Stone token. No attacks. We are stupid close to being able to do all the things we need to do. Unholy Annex. Kind of a weird inclusion, but I guess it works with the Rakshasa. Let's do that. Let's draw. Let's play out Innkeeper's Talent. And then let's see, we could go play the Fomori Vault. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's kind of tricky.
We need answers.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Wait, what just happened? What? Motherfucker. I screwed it up. It wouldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't take mana. It wouldn't take mana from the Pit Automaton. So I had to go manually do the mana, but in order to do that, I had to just choose not to draw a card and just take a counter off 𝐭𝐽. That was a huge punt. Huge punt. I don't even know if I can put this up on the YouTube. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. I think we have to play another game. Discard the Thran Spider. Let's find our boy Ugin. We'll play Ugin. Get rid of you.
Once I am the master. My timeless wisdom
-11. Just get everything.
is over.
Not the Marketback Walkers, though. Just 15 cards. Yeah. Good night. Alright, we're going to keep this. We've got no mana rocks, no ramp in our hand. We're going to see if a hand like that can work. We do have turn 2 Innkeeper's Talent, and we get to be on the play against Jimmy. We don't really want Karn to die, so I'm a little bit worried about playing this. Sirach, oh god. Excuse me. Got 5 mana. The elves are probably toast. The frenzy go bye-bye. Yeah, this is such a bad hand for us. Why did we keep this? Why did we keep this? I think we just have to. We have to divert some of his aggression, I think. Just is what it is. Kind of like a fog. It's a fog that leaves behind a little bit of value because we're just so far behind. Ooh, Blast Zone. I think we want to pop that Blast Zone. One, two, three. We don't want him to ramp with the elves, so I think we're just going to do it. It does mean that we're out another mana. And we were just 1 away from Ugin, so it could be a mistake to do that. But it is what it is. Oh, he's got the Krenko's Buzz Crusher. We don't have a non-basic, because we used... That's awesome. That is actually awesome. End the turn. We're going to block and then sack. And then we probably have to Ugin next turn, which is a little rough. Pay it. Ow. I think we're just a little too slow. I think we're just a little too slow. Draw a card. But we have to get rid of the dude in the air. We just have to. And then we also have to gain some life. And then we just have to get really lucky. We almost got there. But I would like to point out that was like the slowest start ever for this deck. We had none of our mana ramp. Stupid slow. Probably the slowest we would ever get. And we still got this close to actually being able to pull it out. I think that's pretty impressive. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck techs, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.